I didn't hear it. Are we recording? Good evening, family, and welcome to our Wealth Creation and Leadership session. It's amazing smiles to be just seeing you all smile. So feel that energy, you all smiling, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. This will be hosted by Project 61. And put a 111 if you're feeling excited. If I could see that. Hi, Emmanuel. Hi, Patty. Hi, Mercy. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Maggie. Hi, Hyson. Hi, Mama Carol. It's always good to see you. Ross and
Thank you.
Hiromi, I can see you.
Can you see us?
Yeah.
Well, technically it's a black screen, but that's fine.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah.
the names.
Okay, so first of all, I want to hear you. What are your highs and your lows? Whoever would like to go first will be open. And then we will start this discussion on what's going to happen in 30 minutes.
You can start first.
Okay, I'll start. So my high is pruning trees. So I went landscaping today, and I got to prune a lemon tree. It was full of bulgy. And how many of us have to prune back ourselves or anything who has pruned a tree?
Yeah, I do.
Excuse me. Oh.
Mercy,
No.
would you like to share?
Spring is in the air.
Sorry.
That's all good.
Spring is in the air and I'm sneezing like crazy. Sorry. Go ahead. Just ignore my
I don't
sneeze.
think.
Go for it, Mercy.
จะมีขนาดเลยจะมาขนาดเดียวเอ๊ะขนาดเลย Sorry.
That's okay. Take your time. So the question is, what does pruning mean to you? And what is your calling in your pruning?
Okay. For me, my calling is to help my community educate and raise their education system in the best way I can do. And then my pruning is to be available to them so that they can have they can access basic education. And some of the children, those who are coming right now, they are not going to public school because some have been they just moved to Yangon from other state like civil war victim. So they don't get school transferring letter from the public school where they are, so they cannot officially go to the public school. So we teach them here, like it's like a homeschool. So that's my pruning, I believe. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Mercy. Anyone else that could relate to what is the purpose and calling? Has anyone written down from last week's session any list? And what does pruning mean to you, and how can you do that in your life as well? Ross and Hiromi?
You're breaking up. You better ask someone else.
Okay. Emmanuel, can you hear?
No, I'm only kidding you.
Oh. Thank you, Rossi. We definitely
Going to have something to say, Rossi. Go on.
No.
Go on, Rossi.
Well, the only calling I can think at the moment is to do things for the kingdom and wealth creation is one of them, and songwriting is another. So it's all in early stages for both of them. Yeah, that's it for me.
Yep. And Emmanuel, would you like to share? What is your passion and your calling, and how is this going to prune you
My
without getting
passion,
paid? Go for
can we
it.
hear me?
Yep.
My passion is to motivate the young youth of my time, because I lacked that pretty much growing up, with the consciousness of my dad leaving me when I was a teenager. So at that time, we tend to make mistake, and my backup scripture for that was somewhere in Lamentation, when the Bible said, "Catch for us the young foxes that ruin our vineyard, because our vineyard is called tender grapes." So I am in the process of, transforming mindset, even while they are young, so that they will have this clear direction of who they want to become. Back home in Nigeria, people are engaging in a lot of stuff, taking drug even at teenage age. That's uncalled for. And my pruning is modeling my life to be exemplified by what I teach. I can't be saying something else and living another life. So they have to see me living the life that I'm teaching. That's all about it from me. Thanks.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Put a 777 for Emmanuel for sharing his testimony, and also just give him a yell out and say, "Hey, Emmanuel, let's go!"
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's
And
go.
do it with his side.
I'll type it in.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mama
Go
Carol.
for it. Mama Carol, would you like to share?
I wasn't there last Wednesday, but I believe that I still hang on my visions. I'm still hanging on my visions and dreams. And I'm trusting and believing God that at the proper time, at the best time of God, everything will come true. Pruning is just like, going through them, visiting them, and proclaiming them and talking much about them to my Father, who knows the time when everything gonna come. Though I have to prepare, preparing for those things is very imminent. It's essential. Yeah, so I
Amen.
trust God and I believe that God will make a way where there seems to be no way, that He knows how to bring people around you who will assist you to see that your vision or your dreams come true. So that's my trust, that's my belief, and I hope it's gonna come. I'm not giving up. I will never give up on any of my dreams. Yeah.
Wow, Mama Carol, that's inspiring. Very inspiring, and keep going. Patty? Patrick, are you there? Would you like to share, or are you just listening in?
Yeah, I'm just listening.
Yep.
Come on, Patrick. You've got lots to say. Come on.
Yep. Share one or two that you're passionate about, and what is your purpose, and something that it doesn't. You're not looking for getting paid. And how do you feel about your purpose? And the pruning too, Patty.
Well, sound like you're just listening in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a lot is going through my mind at the moment. So looks like you guys you were prepared for this maybe last week or 2 weeks ago.
No.
I'm not sure. Yeah, it's
What is your passion and your calling that sticks on your heart? What do you want to do? Just one thing.
Sequence.
Sequence, that's what I was going to say it, but I thought I better not say it.
Sequence. Well, like we always say, we're here to have fun as well as do the work. But hey, you know, if it's sequence is that your calling, that's awesome. But if it's to make us laugh, that is even more greater awesome. So yeah, thank you, Patty. Mama,
Can I-
Well done, well
Can I
done,
say-
Patrick.
go for it, Mama Teresa.
Yeah, can I say what I understand from what has been discussed so far? Because I was last week. So from what I can understand, it means pruning means from my previous understanding of what pruning means. It means making things that are not good to be good. You know, like when you prune a tree, you have to make sure you remove the bad ones so that the good ones will grow. And at the same time, my calling is that the people I know around me that are disadvantaged, I try to give life to people who don't have any hope. Like within my community, I've been able to help some of my people in my community to go to school because there are people who have decided to pay their school fees since I know that they are eager to learn and go to university. So I've said that I was just try to help them, sort of pruning them to a higher level. So when I'm pruning them, I'm making them to be better people in the community. And at the same time, I have my friends who don't have a comfortable house. I've helped them to be living comfortably. The things they were suffering in their house, they don't suffer it anymore like this time. Like before, their houses used to leak. Then I supported them. This is one particular person to change the, to rebuild his house. Now they're enjoying. When it is raining, they sleep soundly. They don't stand up when it is raining. They just sleep. Then she said that even the child is always happy, saying that God will bless me for making them to have a better, house to live in, unlike before. So I think that is my own calling, helping people
Hallelujah.
to better their life. Yes.
Thank you, Mama Teresa. Thank you for sharing that. That's an
Mhm.
inspiring. Hello, Rebecca and Brandon. Welcome. I know that you couldn't put your camera on, but that's okay. You can listen in. Margie, would you like to go next?
Look, I think really, I think I've just for me, it's just I've just felt as, and I mentioned this last night at home church, I'm just feeling like I'm in a more peaceful space at the moment and feeling like I'm in the rest of God, as Reuben says so often. And just believing, similarly to Mama Carol, that the dreams I have that I hold on to, I'm not giving up on them, and I'm holding on to them, I'm holding on to them and believing that they will come to pass, even though it's been quite a long time that I've been waiting. But I'm feeling a lot more peaceful about it.
Amen.
And not feeling anxious about it like I would have in the past, and complaining, why isn't it happening? Why isn't this coming to pass as I've been, hoping for all these years or whatever. So I think really that's where I'm at the moment. just a lot more peaceful around things. And I just had a really lovely moment with my older son today. He's in Taiwan at the moment with his wife. I knew they were going over there for a holiday for her brother's wedding, but he was a little bit anxious about it because her father was very upset that she even came to Australia in the first place and then met an Australian and got married, you know. It's caused a lot of angst in her family, but everything has worked out really well. Her brother and his wife, the ones that got married, have really come to think a lot of him. It's just in a very short time he's been able to prove himself to them, and I knew he would be able to. I knew he'd be able to get them around, and so I just felt really like that's really has been one of my callings in life, is to be a reasonable mother, you know. And I just found myself saying, you know, I just feel so proud of you, and I believe I've had a part in that, in bringing you up to be the man you've become. So, you know, it's just really lovely that he is having such a lovely time, and he's won her father over, which was a big thing. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Margie.
Yeah.
Anyone else would like to go? Hyson? Would you like to share, Hyson?
Can you hear me?
Go for it.
Well, for me, it's always the same thing. I'm always focused on my game, and you know, becoming the greatest player of all time. It's a big challenge, and as a young person, it's a big dream, because when I get up there, it's gonna be something huge, because when I speak, a lot of people will actually be interested to hear how we actually got up to that point. And that will be actually be young people, which I thought of, it's actually a great thing. It's not just I'm going there because I'm chasing because of the money and the fame and everything, but no, it's because mostly I feel like that's my calling. It's like I go and do it with all my heart. It's a challenge, which I can, you know, I have to keep pushing, I have to keep trying. And I know that God is always with me and is always reminding me of my dream all the time. Every time when I wake up in the morning, when I go to sleep, it's always there, it's always kicking in my brain. And yeah, so when I get up there, probably I'm gonna inspire a lot of people, and not just youths, but kids also, and you know, also adults are gonna be interested. How did he actually get to that point? What did he do? And you know, how has he just, you know, got through all these challenges, you know, one by one, and like how did he do that? And you know, I'm always gonna tell them about kingdom, and you know, wherever I go, I'm always gonna speak about kingdom, and you know, that's what I love to do. And yeah, so that's pretty much of it. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Hyson. Does anyone want to add on to that? It's open for discussion. Welcome, Brandon, again. We are discussing about our purpose and what is the pruning in our life that we would like to practically wanting to do, so that we can move on throughout our journey. So, Brandon, if you're there to share, that you're more welcome to. Brandon, are you there? That's okay if you cannot respond. Anyone else would like to?
I like to share. Since you were talking about prunings, well, I have 2 lemon, 1 lime and 1 lemon in the backyard where you know, how I see it grows, because we planted like since we were small. It was small tree and now it's growing to a big tree. And I know, like, since it's been growing, and if you're not pruning it, there's not much fruit. It's not producing any much fruit at all. And it just like for me as well, like, you know, we need to do pruning in ourselves as well, in our life as well. Like we, you know, need to detox, declot our mind also, to just feel in what Dad is saying about us, and what have he, you know, like his plan and a purpose and a dream that he put in your heart, in your life to do. So with my lemon tree and lime tree, I see if I don't prune it, you know, it's growing into a very messy, and it's not producing anything. And the fruit also is just like very small as well. But recently I had trimmed it all down. I trim it and it looks clean. And since now we have lots of rain, it's like almost now it's almost coming to spring. It's just like it's full of life, and it gives a lot of big lime as well. So yeah, it's just in our life, like if we focused, you know, onto the calling and to the dream, like Mama Carol, she says she never gotta let it go. I mean, she gotta continue to press on to the dream until it's come to pass. So that's what we all need to do as well with our dream and visions, and what God has planned for us. We need to like chasing it and grab it and go for it, you know. Like Jesus said, don't look to the left, look to the right, just focus on me and continue to walking in me. So that's what I am doing also, like pruning what's not meant to be in the head. You know, sometimes there's so many voices speaking into our mind, you know, but now I just learn how to avoid those negative, especially the negative voice, you know, just eliminate them. Don't let them ruining your days. Yeah, don't let them ruin your days, you know. Just like Margaret said, just continue our day with rest in God and rest in ourselves as well. When our mind is clear, our mind is clear, our hearts also clear, our souls also clear, and we can see more like visions. And yeah, we can see our dream, like it's there also. So yeah, so that's all from me. Thank you, Em.
Thank you, Kim, for sharing. Russ and Hiromi, have you got anything to share?
I did share at the start, but
Yep.
yeah, it always we've always got to work on ourselves. You know, like God wants us to be the best version of ourselves, so we need the pruning. We need to cut off stuff that's leading us away from God. And yeah, so that's a journey. You know, I have ups and downs, and at the moment I'm on an up, so that's good. Yeah, that's it for me.
Thank you, Rossi. Anyone else would like to share or add on to anything before we move on to the next? Mama Sandy, would you like to share your calling and your purpose?
No, I'm pretty much the same as everyone else in the rest, and just waiting
Awesome.
and
Awesome.
believing. Thank you.
Thank you. Speaking of rest, I'm going to go through an exercise. Yes. So there's an acronym REST. So get out your pens and your paper if you feel comfortable. And I did this exercise with our leadership team, and I want to encourage you and to pass it on to you. It's a food for thought, and it's just a helpful way to be able to move in the rest. Yeah. So if you got your pens and your papers, I want you to write the acronym going down the page, REST. So this will be an exercise for our purpose and our calling and our vision, and also and our talents too, because Dad has put talents in us that we have not exposed yet to the world. But first, we want to, I believe that rest is also our calling. Rest is also our calling. So think of an R word that means a lot to you. What does R represent? So we're gonna do the letter R. And if anyone else, because our leadership yesterday has already done this exercise, but I would like to encourage you, what does R represent to you? And if it's okay for you to share, if not, that's okay. So I'll give you 5 minutes or 3 minutes to write down what does R mean to you in rest. And how can you use this in your day-to-day life?
And I want to
Sorry,
say
what was the
that
word again? I mean, sorry.
R means for me, refresh. It's also rest. So when we do, we still have to rest and refresh ourselves, our mind, our spirit, and soul in Him.
Amen.
And allow Him to speak to us.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Refresh. I love that encouraging word, Mama Carol. Refresh. It's when you wake up in the morning and you see the sun coming out in the windows, or when you just see daylight, you just feel refreshed. You know, this morning when I got up, I was refreshed because it's not just a brand new day, but it's just to be able to wake up and say, hey, thank you for life, thank you for abundance of life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyone else would like to share, Hyson?
I was just asking, what was the word you told us to write down?
Yeah. Rest. So the
Rest.
acronym of rest, but starting with the letter R. What it
Okay,
means.
thank you.
This is an exercise what we're going to use in the next 7 days.
Yeah.
Oh, within the 7 days for us. Okay. Mama Teresa, I believe that you have something to say.
And like rest, yes, rest is for me is refreshing our body and soul. Because when you are resting, it affects our entire body system. Both body, spiritually, is being affected. So rest is very, very necessary for everybody in this world. You can't keep going without resting. So rest is refreshing ourselves, body and soul. That is it.
And what is your R? I know Mama Carol said refresh. What comes to your heart, your mind?
And the same refresh, just like what I've just explained. Refresh.
Any other word besides refresh that starts with an R to you?
Okay, like reflection.
I like that one. Reflection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, like when you are resting, you try to think it, sort of reflect on what you did for a day. When you are lying down,
relaxation is
like some stuff going on in your life, that things you did, sort of that is called reflection. You have to get into sort of judging yourself. You know what I mean? Like if this is, you did that, how did you do it? Was it good or was it bad? So you have to reflect. That is R, reflection while you are resting. That's
Awesome.
Thank you, Mama Teresa. Patty just said relaxation. Yeah, thank you, Patty. His R word is relaxation. Anyone got relaxation as well?
I had it yesterday. I've got another one today.
Yes.
So this
Awesome.
time I've got renewing.
Woo!
Ooh.
Come on,
Is
renewing.
that the renewing of the mind?
I'm thinking of exactly that, Ken. Exactly that.
Go.
Renewing my mind.
Let's go, Maggie.
Yeah.
Hyson, would you like to share what is your R word and how can you use that in your day-to-day or in your calling? Represent.
Represent.
Whoa. You got Manuel saying represent. That's really awesome there.
Okay, can you hear me properly?
Yeah, go for it, Hyson.
Okay, for me, the R is represents to me like recovery or same as rest. So it's like when I go to play the game or when I go for training, as a soccer player, you need rest. You need plenty of rest to recover and go the next day. So that's like pretty much what I can say. I prefer the R. So yeah.
And the muscles need recovery.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Thank you, Hyson, for sharing. And Maggie, I agree to that. Our muscles need recovery. If we continue to work on a muscle continuously, that muscle will burst or it will have a bruise. And if we don't recover it or put some ice pack on it to repair itself, it won't be able to be useful. Just like how we are with one body, but many parts. So yes, recovery. Thank you, Hyson, for sharing. Emmanuel, thank you for sharing, representing. Emmanuel, why did you have that R in mind? What does it mean to you and how can you use that in your day-to-day?
I'm sent on this planet on the mission. So as we all know, we are all an ambassador of Christ. So, and speaking from my family, I still feel this word strong related to my family because my dad is no longer there. And being an Igbo man, there are decisions, even I'm not home when it's being taken, I have to stand up for my family. Not that I'm just a son, I'm the only son when it comes to the family. So I'm representing my own earthly father. So how I live my life, I have to represent everything Jesus has invested on this planet. You know, I have to portray that. I have to, he's gone, but I'm here because greater work are yet to be done, right? So the word stood out for me in my dream and every other thing that I do. Thank you.
Thank you, Emmanuel, for sharing. I love and I agree to that. And I believe that you representing not only as an ambassador of Christ, but also representing you as a husband, as a brother, as a leader in your community. Stand strong in that, brother, and keep representing. Matthew, do you have anything to share that starts with an R?
I'll have to go and put something. Oh my goodness.
Okay, Mercy is not there. She's just listening in. Hiromi?
It's on.
Yeah. Yesterday I got the release. So release is something I sense it just speak out. And today I had the opportunity, Rosalind, his cousin, and she not well, so I have opportunity to release healing. So whatever God speak to receive, I believe I hear from him. Just release whatever situation.
I like that, Hiromi. I do agree to that. Is releasing healing.
Yeah.
Releasing healing over yourself, over your body, releasing healing over to the nations, releasing healing in your community. That is one thing about what we stand for as well as Project 61. We be able to go out into the nation and release that power and that healing. So that way there is more joy, more freedom, and the goodness of who we represent as a community and as Project 61. Yeah, thank you for sharing, Hiromi.
Yeah, I go with my R.
Yep.
My R tonight it'll be respond. Instead, like before, used to be react a lot with with all the circumstances. Always react to it. You know, little things make into big things. Yeah. From now on, use the word R to be respond. No more react to anything that is not good. Yeah, that's my R.
Thank you for sharing, Kemi.
And we talk about the first responders.
Well done.
Okay. First responders are the ones that come in, you know, when and respond to to a problem or an issue or a health issue. Usually you're talking about like the paramedics are usually the first responders. So there's a connection with that too.
Thank you for sharing, family. So one more exercise. Where would you want to use that R in your calling, and pick a mountain? We've been talking about these mountains. Where can we help? Where, in what areas can we help and also use that R to be able to help others, and including ourselves as well? Mama Carol?
Yeah. I can release help to people by giving. That's one of the meaning of rest with help. And again, I can help people to recover. You know, maybe let's say somebody who is owing and he couldn't be able to pay off. If I am in the position, which I always love to, I will recover for that person by helping him or her to do such. Or whenever you realize the need and the importance of helping, you help, and when you do that, you relax and see what's gonna happen, because the blessing will come. The person also will be benefited from that blessing. So yeah, it's just a simple way to put it. Yeah, because when you respond to people's need, you're really helping them to relax. Yeah.
Thank you, Mama Carol, for sharing. So that's it for tonight for our exercise. And yeah, I would like for you to reflect, just like how it was said, reflect, renew, recover, represent, relaxation, and also to respond. And yes, so that's the R's that has been mentioned. And if there's any other R's that's been mentioned or that you've written down, go through that. Yep, Mercy says relief. Awesome, fantastic. Okay, guys, we have 2 minutes to go into another meeting. Hyacinth, can you stop recording, please? And thank you so much for coming on tonight. And to do respect